Often, when we celebrate an important landmark, we cannot help but look back and marvel at how far we have come. There is no doubt that the UP College of Medicine has made an imprint in all aspects of healthcare in the Philippines, including collaborative and innovative research in the basic and critical sciences, transformative learning, and compassionate service delivery. A testament to this is the number of our alumni in key positions shaping the future of medicine in the country, the recognition of our institution as one of the leaders in research, and the continuous growth of our college in providing new programs.
Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Good afternoon everyone and welcome to our webinar titled Sustaining People and Purpose at the UP College of Medicine, held in celebration of UP College of Medicine's 120th Foundation Year with the theme Pamana, 120 taon ng agham, kalinangan at pagdamay. I'm Leonard Javier from the Department of Family and Community Medicine, and I will be your moderator for today. This event is brought to you jointly by the UPCM PGH Departments of Emergency Medicine, Family and Community Medicine, Psychiatry and Behavioral Medicine, and Rehabilitation Medicine. To open our program, let us begin with a short invocation.
Turuan mo akong maging kundi ang aking mabatid na ang loob ay siyang sinusundan. Panginoon, turuan mo akong maging bukas palad. Turuan mo akong maglingkod sa iyo na magbigay ng ayon sa nararapat na walang hinihintay mula sa'yo.
Thank you to UP MedQuar for the invocation. And as we take a moment for reflecting on our service, paglilingkod nga raw, sabi, let us pause to honor the many people whose work and lives form the backbone of our institution. So to formally welcome us, we call on Dr. Karin Garcia, the chair of our department, Department of Family and Community Medicine.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's UPCM webinar titled Sustaining People and Purpose at the UP College of Medicine. Thank you for joining us despite your full schedules in the clinics, classrooms, hospitals, and your own personal commitments. Our theme today touches the core of our identity as a UPCM community, how we continue to serve, to teach, and care with purpose. How do we sustain our people? How do we protect our purpose? How do we ensure that the values we uphold remain strong for the next generation? We are privileged to learn from our distinguished speakers this afternoon, Dr. Evangeline de la Fuente, Dr. Romel Gonzalez, and our reactor, Dr. Dorothy Biching Bing Agsaway, leaders who continuously embody compassion, clarity, and courage in their work. And guiding our discussion is our moderator, Dr. Leonard Javier. On behalf of the organizing departments, thank you again for being here. We look forward to a thoughtful and inspiring conversation ahead.
Maraming salamat po sa aming chair, Dr. Garcia, for grounding our session in the values fostered by UP College of Medicine, Kalinga community, and the shared purpose, as also mentioned, with our distinguished speakers providing compassion, clarity, and courage. So hindi na po natin patatagalin pa. I will introduce our guest speakers for today. So today's webinar brings together a multitude of perspectives from various disciplines to reflect on what it means to sustain our people and purpose in the high-pressure demands of our institutions such as UPCM and PGH. Before we begin, a few gentle reminders to keep your microphones on mute throughout the talks, and this session is being recorded. So, for our first speaker, I am very honored to introduce Dr. Evangeline B. de la Fuente, Chair and Professor of the UPCM Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Medicine. Dr. Evangeline Bascara de la Fuente is the Chair and Professor of the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Medicine with an extensive academic and service career spanning mental health, health professions, education, and institutional leadership. A three-time professorial chair awardee and an accomplished researcher, she has authored numerous publications in psychiatry, medical education, and evaluation science, including works on help-seeking behavior, curriculum development, and organizational readiness for change. She has also served on multiple UP Manila committees. And today, we welcome Dr. Evangeline De La Fuente to share with us responsible human resource stewardship, sustaining people and purpose. Ma'am, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Javier. Pleasant day to everyone. Our topic for today's session, entitled Sustaining People and Purpose, is about an important aspect of sustainable institutional success: responsible human stewardship, analyzed through the lens of the University of the Philippines College of Medicine, or UPCM, as it sustains people and purpose. A strong network of higher education institutes is an important component of nation building, given that they play a vital role in advancing knowledge, promoting societal change, and fostering responsible citizenship. Inarguably, among the most essential resources in ensuring institutional vitality are people. It is critical for institutions to attract and retain people who can best align with their purpose and competently support institutional goals. This brings us to the subject of human resource management, or more appropriately, human resource stewardship. Over the next 30 minutes, we will, well, I think an hour pala tayo. An hour, we will cover 7 key objectives. We will start by defining the core principles of human resource stewardship, illustrating its relationship with organizational purpose and its strategic role in higher education institutions. We will then look into the institutional structures of UPCM, specifically analyzing how they promote resilience, diversity, and a sense of community, and conclude with a synthesis of how people, purpose, and stewardship sustain organizational well being. Human resource management focuses on efficiency, transactions, and strategic alignment of personnel to output. It can give an impression, though, that humans are mere commodities, just like equipment, that need to be strategically managed to optimize function and utility. For the concern at hand, attention may be better directed to resource stewardship. This refers to the careful, ethical, and long term care of people. It focuses on building a psychologically safe, productive, and sustainable culture where employees are valued partners in the mission. The adoption of an ethical stewardship framework facilitates the establishment of work environments that are satisfying to employees. Along with transformative leadership, it contributes to the achievement of desired organizational outcomes. Ethical stewardship is a model of governance that honors obligations due to stakeholders, which in the medical school includes faculty members. Responsible human resource stewardship, again, is a careful, ethical, and long term management of people that ensures their well being and growth while simultaneously achieving the organization's goals and benefiting society at large. Its primary purpose is to build a psychologically safe, productive, and sustainable workplace culture where employees are treated not as commodities, but as valued assets and partners. Responsible stewardship gives due importance to the congruence of human resource management systems with the strategic objectives of an organization in order to create the high level of employee commitment that are essential for organizations in today's challenging workplace. Strategic objectives are specific, measurable goals that align with an organization's purpose, providing direction and focus. Systems and policies must therefore be intentionally aligned with the organization's values, goals, and mission in order to significantly enhance the chance of achieving favorable outcomes. Responsible stewardship is grounded in 3 pillars: integrity and ethics, which refers to maintaining high ethical standards, transparency, fair performance reviews to build a culture of trust. It refers to clarity and consistency in expectations for recruitment, promotion, and tenure, promoting growth and development. It's about building a culture of trust where every member, regardless of rank, feels respected. Next, we have and growth. Stewardship is an investment mindset. We must offer continuous professional development opportunities and provide the support needed in a rapidly changing field like medicine. And the third, wellness and balance, is a particularly crucial pillar as this involves proactively supporting mental health and ensuring realistic workload management to prevent burnout and ensure personal and professional effectiveness in a highly demanding environment. The importance of these principles is simple. They create a stable, competent, and engaged workforce needed for ensuring the quality of medical training. The University of the Philippines College of Medicine has been delivering excellent medical training for over a century. The UPCM is an institution populated by a resilient and diverse group of people imbued with a strong sense of community and bound by a shared purpose. It was established in 1905 and predates the formal founding of the university by 3 years. The original founding purpose of the university under Act number 1870 is to provide advanced instruction in literature, philosophy, the sciences and arts, and professional and technical training for all qualified students, regardless of background. From its inception, the primary role of UP Manila has been to advance health science education and to produce competent, ethical, and service oriented health professionals for the nation. Currently, it serves as a premier health science center for the nation. For UPCM, the core purpose is defined by social accountability, training physicians dedicated to serving the Filipino people, especially the underserved, using the primary health care approach. An institution's mission vision statement illustrates its purpose and portrays a picture of the organization's envisioned future. A well conceived vision includes the strategies to be applied toward its achievement, along with the values and beliefs shared by its members that distinguish it from other organizations. Institutional values must inform leadership and policy decisions at all levels. A commitment to ethical governance fosters credibility and public trust and promotes institutional legitimacy. For higher education institutes, especially in state universities and colleges, purpose is of great importance in terms of stewardship and in consideration of their role in nation building. When individuals find meaning in the institution's mission, they become active agents in its continuation. When institutional purpose is clear, ethical, and adaptive, it sustains the motivation and engagement of its people. This reciprocal relationship between people and purpose transforms higher education from a bureaucratic organization into a living community of inquiry and shared vision. An institution's mission and values are not static declarations, but evolving commitments that must adapt to changing contexts. Sustaining purpose requires innovation and adaptability and involves ensuring that institutional practices align with it. Institutions must become ecologies of learning, capable of responding to complexity, uncertainty, and technological change. Approaches such as curriculum reform, interdisciplinary research, and digital transformation allow higher educational institutions to remain relevant to contemporary global challenges. The relationship between an organization's purpose and its human resource stewardship is strategic. Stewardship leverages human capital to fulfill the institution's vision. We attract and retain people whose personal values align with that social purpose, making retention a matter of shared mission that goes beyond financial remuneration. Faculty sustainability depends on professional recognition, autonomy, and opportunities for growth. Shared governance and participatory decision making are central to sustaining academic cultures rooted in trust and collaboration. Institutions that invest in faculty development, reward innovation, and protect academic freedom maintain both morale and excellence. Furthermore, supportive workplace environments that emphasize collegiality and well being help prevent burnout and turnover among academic and non academic staff alike. Beyond internal constituents, sustaining people extends to the institution's relationship with its broader community. Community partnerships, outreach, and alumni engagement demonstrate the university's role in sustaining societal well being. This scholarship of engagement, in which higher education connects intellectual work with community needs, reinforces its social purpose while sustaining civic relationships. Sustaining people refers to nurturing students, faculty, staff, and community stakeholders through inclusive, supportive, and empowering structures. Sustaining purpose involves maintaining a clear mission, ethical values, and responsiveness to societal change. Together, these dimensions underpin institutional sustainability, shaping higher education as both a transformative and enduring social institution. Sustaining people and purpose requires intentional leadership, reflective practice, and a culture that values both continuity and change. As higher education confronts opportunities and challenges such as globalization, inequality, and digitalization, institutions that can nurture their people while remaining faithful to their evolving purpose will continue to thrive. In doing so, higher educational institutions not only preserve their legacy, but also reaffirm their essential role as stewards of human potential and social progress. In higher educational institutes, the role of human stewardship is uniquely complex because faculty members wear multiple hats: teacher, clinician, researcher, and mentor. Stewardship must therefore act as a strategic partner focusing on meeting government mandates, addressing the high stress academic workloads that lead to burnout, often through policy driven faculty support, and responsible resource stewardship to correlate directly with service quality and student outcomes. Simply put, healthy faculty produce competent doctors. The UPCM utilizes specific structural mechanisms to promote responsible stewardship tailored to its unique context. Faculty development programs ensure that the faculty are not only experts in their clinical fields, but are also pedagogically competent. This is stewardship through investment in professional competence. Aside from the regularly available integrated faculty development program that addresses pedagogical competence, and the Introduction to Patient Care program, which promotes values clarification, the faculty are provided with support when needed, such as for transitioning to online teaching and integrating the Universal Healthcare Law. The emphasis on social accountability serves as a powerful non-financial retention tool. Faculty members stay because they are driven by the purpose of training the nation's future health leaders. Stewardship here involves nurturing this sense of mission. These initiatives play a vital role in building institutional loyalty by promoting camaraderie, facilitating the assimilation of new faculty, and organizing activities that recognize service, such as honoring retirees. All these structures collectively ensure that investment, retention, and social support are prioritized. Further, fostering resilience, diversity, and a sense of community all serve to reinforce these mechanisms. And with that, we segue to the next speaker, Dr. Romel Gonzalez. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. De La Fuente. You've given us a language for the practicalities as well as structural mechanisms of human resource stewardship, especially in the context of the UP College of Medicine. You've talked a lot about the culture of trust, growth mindset, as well as social accountability in terms of sustaining the purpose and the people of the college. So now we move on to our second speaker. To build on the system's perspective we've just heard, let us hear from someone who works closely with trainees and their lived mental health experiences. So Dr. Romel Gonzalez is an Associate Professor 3 at the UPCM Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Medicine, where he plays a key role in psychiatric education, clinical training, and mentorship. Known for his strong grounding in psychotherapy, clinical psychiatry, and learner support, he contributes to the shaping of mental health awareness and clinical competencies of students and residents in UPCM and PGH. To talk on resilience, diversity, and the sense of community, we now welcome Dr. Romel Gonzalez.
Thank you very much, Dr. Javier. Please give me a few moments so I can share my slides. All right. So at this part, I will be talking. At this segment, I'll be talking about resilience, diversity, and community in the UP College of Medicine. So I will walk you three key ideas. First, we'll explore how resilience, diversity, and a sense of community are not just ideals, but essential elements of responsible resource stewardship. Second, we'll examine the specific UPCM structures. For example, mentoring, wellness systems, the fair admissions, and community-based education that actively support these values. And finally, we'll tie everything together by looking at how purpose, people, and stewardship interact to sustain organizational well-being and ensure that the college can continue fulfilling its mission across time. So when we talk about resilience in the context of in an institutional context, we must move beyond the common idea of individual toughness. Resilience in stewardship refers to the organization's ability to continue its mission without compromising the well-being of its people. This shift is important because it places the responsibility on systems, not merely on individuals. So our question there becomes, how do our institutional structures support people so that they can perform sustainably? Literature in human resource management repeatedly shows that organizations become resilient not by demanding more effort, but by designing supportive environments. This includes manageable workloads, clear expectations, psychological safety, strong mentoring, and accessible professional development. When these elements are present, burnout decreases, performance stabilizes, and learning improves. Most importantly, continuity of service is preserved even during crises. So, diversity. Why diversity matters for stewardship? Diversity is essential to stewardship because it protects people and strengthens institutions. First, it safeguards fairness and dignity, ensuring that opportunities, support, and recognition are not limited to a few. Second, it enhances our intellectual and moral capacity. Diverse teams make better decisions and see problems more clearly. Third, diversity sustains public trust, especially for a national medical school that must reflect the communities it serves. And finally, diversity builds belonging, creating a healthier, more cohesive environment where people feel valued. So, why community matters for stewardship? Community is what transforms an institution from a collection of individuals into a supportive and interconnected environment. Research shows that strong community bonds improve morale, increase motivation, strengthen psychological safety, and enhance collaboration. When people feel they belong, they continue more meaningfully and stay more committed to the mission of the institution. So, one important insight is that resilience, diversity, and community do not function in isolation. They reinforce each other. Diversity strengthens resilience by bringing a wide range of perspectives and coping strategies. Community supports diversity by creating spaces where differences are welcomed and included. And resilience protects the community by ensuring members feel safe and supported. Now, let's talk about the UPCM structure supporting resilience, diversity, and community. For this segment, I drew from three key references: the ASEAN University Network Self-Assessment Report of 2018, the 2025 UP College of Medicine Faculty Manual, and my interview with Dean Charlotte Chong. Using these sources as my guide, let me walk you through the UPCM structures that foster resilience, support diversity, and strengthen our sense of community. Let's discuss first the UPCM structures for resilience. UPCM's commitment to resilience is not new. It is deeply rooted in our institutional history. During World War II, UPCM was the only UP unit that remained open despite bombings and sniping fires. PGH also continued to operate at the time. This historical memory shapes our identity as a community that persists in its mission even under pressure. We recognize that resilience is part of our institutional DNA. One of UPCM's clearest expressions of stewardship is the creation of formal well-being structures for both students and faculty. The Student Resiliency and Wellness Committee, led by Dr. Josefina Lee Uson, and the Faculty Well-Being and Socials Committee, led by Dr. Clarissa L. Velayo, reflect this commitment. These committees recognize that medical training and academic work are inherently demanding, and that emotional, psychological, and social well-being cannot be left to chance. By embedding wellness into the college's governance structure, UPCM affirms that caring for our students and faculty is not optional or peripheral, but a core institutional responsibility. The Student Mentoring Program is one of our most enduring resilience infrastructures. Since academic year 2004 to 2005, every group of 8 to 10 students has been paired with 2 volunteer faculty mentors who walk them from year 1 until graduation. Mentoring conversations often span academic challenges, study habits, emotional concerns, and even practical issues like housing or adjustment. Importantly, the system includes an early warning mechanism. Students in difficulty are identified during LU meetings or learning unit meetings, and mentors are promptly alerted. This allows for timely support before crisis escalates. Through this program, the students are connected to compassionate adults who can guide, anchor, and encourage them. The organ system integration, or the OSI curriculum, represents a structural commitment to academic resilience. The ASEAN University Network Self-Assessment Report of 2018 explains that the old curriculum was described by students as repetitive and fragmented. In response, OSI was designed to integrate subjects horizontally and vertically, forming coherent learning units. This reduces redundant cognitive load and preserves mental bandwidth by presenting material in a unified, logical flow. Faculty also require structures that support their growth and well-being. The Integrated Faculty Development Program, or commonly known as IFDP, reflects this. The faculty manual outlines modules on ethics, values, professionalism, gender sensitivity, leadership, management, pedagogy, and curriculum design. These development pathways strengthen faculty capability and ensure that teachers feel supported, prepared, and professionally nourished. Through IFDP, UPCM invests in the long-term development of its educators, recognizing that faculty excellence cannot depend solely on individual initiative. It must be cultivated through structured, comprehensive support. Finally, UPCM's leave and welfare system embody an often overlooked dimension of resilience: the capacity to rest, recover, and care for one's family. Benefits such as EHO, GSIS, pag-ibig, and various leave privileges may seem administrative, but they are in fact essential resilience infrastructure. These policies enable faculty and staff to handle illness, caregiving duties, financial challenges, and personal emergencies without compromising their professional standing. Now, we ask, what UPCM structures support diversity? First, the UPCM socialized tuition system and scholarship programs are core drivers of diversity. By adjusting tuition to a student's socioeconomic capacity, we reduce financial background as a barrier to medical education. This opens doors for students from underserved communities and reinforces fairness, showing that UPCM values potential and purpose, not privilege. Our scholarship programs further broaden access by rewarding excellence, service, and leadership. Together, these mechanisms help cultivate a truly diverse student body. Second, the regionalization program opened doors for students from diverse geographic and socioeconomic backgrounds, making sure future doctors come from the very communities that need them most. The return service obligation then strengthens diversity in services by requiring graduates to serve anywhere in the Philippines, including rural health units, urban poor communities, and island provinces. So our medical force is shared across all contexts, not concentrated in a few. Third, the community-based education program plays a dual role in promoting both diversity and community. By embedding students in real-world Philippine contexts, these programs expose learners to varied cultures, lived experiences, and health realities. It grounds medical education in service, reminding students that their learning is inseparable from the communities they will eventually serve. These experiences deepen their empathy, build professional identity, and strengthen the connection between academic learning and social responsibility. Fourth, UPCM's faculty tracks, ranging from clinical and research to public health and medical education. These recognize and celebrate diverse forms of expertise. Not all faculty contribute in the same way, and these tracks provide pathways for excellence across different domains. By acknowledging multiple forms of contribution, UPCM promotes diversity among its faculty and prevents a narrow, one-size-fits-all definition of merit. Finally, transparent evaluation and promotion systems, such as the Scientific Productivity System, structured peer reviews, and SEBs, reinforce fairness and accountability. These systems ensure that faculty advancement is based on merit, not on informal networks, seniority, or personal connections. Transparency reduces anxiety, fosters trust, and motivates faculty to pursue continuous development because their criteria are clear and consistent. This approach strengthens diversity by protecting against bias and creating a level playing field. It also enhances institutional resilience by ensuring that faculty feel supported and recognized for the work that they do. Now we segue to the structures supporting a sense of community in the UP College of Medicine. Let me repeat it here. Mentoring. Mentoring is not only a resilience mechanism, it is also a powerful source of community. When faculty take on mentoring roles, they create intergenerational connections that bridge batches, departments, and perspectives. These relationships help students feel seen, supported, and valued. For mentors, the experience reinforces meaning and purpose in their professional lives. Sense of community is not just built through events, it is built through relationships. And mentoring is one of our strongest tools for this. Second, student organization and councils play a vital role in building a strong sense of community within UPCM. These groups, whether they focus on leadership, arts, culture, service, or advocacy, provide students with spaces to express themselves, develop their talents, and find support outside the formal curriculum. Organizations like the Medical Student Council, Pahinungod, MedChoir, MedRhythmics, sports team, and various interest groups create micro-communities where students can connect with others who share similar passions. These spaces reduce isolation, promote well-being, and contribute to a vibrant campus life. Third, shared governance is another critical structure that strengthens UPCM's sense of community. It allows faculty, students, and staff to participate in shaping the institution's direction through committees, faculty council deliberations, curriculum reviews, and various decision-making bodies. When people are invited into dialogue, consultation, and collaboration, they feel ownership over the college's system and values. This builds trust and reinforces the sense that UPCM is not just a workplace or a school, but a collective endeavor. Fourth, UPCM's Teaching, Service, and Research Awards highlights the contributions of faculty, residents, students, and staff. This not only motivates excellence, but also strengthens the sense of community by celebrating shared achievements. Recognition is more than symbolic. It is an affirmation that people's efforts matter, that their contributions advance the mission, and the community sees them and values them. When individuals feel acknowledged, they are more engaged, more connected, and more committed to sustaining the institution's mission. Fifth, interpersonal collaboration is a strong dimension of community within UPCM because it extends beyond our own college. Students and faculty work alongside PGH departments, nurses, allied health professionals, and community health workers. These interactions expose learners to diverse professional cultures and approaches to patient care. They also cultivate respect, teamwork, and humility. Collaboration enhances learning and strengthens the community by expanding our relationships beyond the traditional boundaries. It reminds us that healthcare is inherently collaborative and that no profession can carry the mission alone. Finally, cultural rights and traditions. Tao rin pala, orientation rites, graduation ceremonies, reflection sessions, and class traditions all serve as anchors in our shared UPCM history. These aren't just events, they are rituals that act as psychological glue. They transmit identity, values, and belonging across batches and across generations. And because of that, they create real sense of community and not just a feeling of coexistence. To conclude, we ask, how purpose, people, and stewardship align? UPCM's purpose serves as our North Star. Everything we do, our admissions, curriculum design, student support systems, community programs, is anchored in the mission of educating physicians who will serve the Filipino people, especially the underserved. This purpose shapes the kind of students we admit, the type of training we provide, and the values we nurture. Our community based programs, humanities curriculum, and service learning activities all remind us that medicine is ultimately about people, not procedures. Having a strong purpose makes us more resilient because it clarifies what truly matters. The second pillar in this synthesis is people. UPCM's greatest assets has always been its people. Our students, faculty, staff, alumni, and community partners. What makes UPCM unique is the humanity, dedication, and spirit of the people who learn, teach, and serve here. Stewardship means recognizing that people are not mere resources to be managed. They are individuals with lives, aspirations, families, and challenges. When we invest in their well being, development, and sense of belonging, we protect the very core of the institution. Stewardship is the bridge that connects our purpose to our people. Stewardship ensures that workloads are humane, that support systems are in place, that policies are fair, and that development opportunities are accessible. It also means preserving UPCM's values across generations. If purpose is the direction we are headed and the people are the heart of the institution, then stewardship is the architecture that makes both sustainable. Without stewardship, purpose becomes rhetoric or meaningless, and people becomes overburdened. With stewardship, both can flourish. To close, it helps to see these ideas come together. Resilience protects people. It ensures they can continue learning, teaching, and serving without being overwhelmed. Diversity honors people. It ensures fairness, representation, and inclusion, allowing everyone to contribute their unique strengths. Community binds people. It creates belonging, psychological safety, and shared identity. And stewardship integrates all three by intentionally designing systems that protect dignity, nurture growth, and sustain the mission of service. When we align purpose, people, and stewardship, UPCM becomes a community that uplifts, empowers, and inspires. And with that, thank you very much for your kind attention.
Maraming salamat po, Dr. Romel Gonzalez, for your wonderful talk about resilience, diversity, and community. So napakarami pong uh, understanding na dapat nating linawin at napakarami din pong structures na na-uncover na hindi lang pala individual dapat yung pagtingin natin dito sa resilience, diversity, and community. Dapat maging transformative siya through um, different structures both from the college and the hospitals as well as the department. So you've highlighted the importance of relationships and structures and the values that we nurture in sustaining purpose, fostering resilience and diversity and community. Your talk complements that of Dr. De La Fuente's systems lens. So, parang purpose as the North Star, people at the heart, and stewardship as a bridge. So, maraming salamat po ulit sa inyong malamang talk. Ngayon naman po, dadako po tayo to integrate these interconnected insights from psychiatry and the education with the lens of rehabilitation and holistic care, we now call on our reactor, Dr. Dorothy Diching Bing Agsaway. Dr. Dorothy Diching Bing Agsaway is the chair of the UPCM Department of Rehabilitation Medicine. Pero bago po yun, nag-raise po ng hand si Dean Chong. We want to acknowledge the presence of our Dean, Dean Charlotte Chong. Magandang tanghali po.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'd just like to congratulate the Departments of Emergency Medicine, and of course the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Medicine for this really wonderful webinar. Maraming salamat po kay Dr. Sandy and Dr. Romel. And of course, I'd like to continue with the program. So I'd like to hear from the reaction of our chair of the Department of Rehab, Dr. Dorothy.
Yan. So now we continue with our program. Maraming salamat po ulit, Dean Charlotte Chong, for gracing us with your presence. Dr. Dorothy Diching Bing Agsaway is the chairperson of the UPCM Department of Rehabilitation Medicine, where she previously served as vice chair for service. A fellow of the Philippine Academy of Rehabilitation Medicine, she holds certification in musculoskeletal sonography and is recognized for her leadership in physiatrists' education and patient-centered rehabilitation care. She is also a clinical associate professor of UP Manila and the recipient of 2017 Distinguished Physiatrist Award, reflecting her significant contributions to clinical service, professional training, and advancement of rehabilitation medicine in the country. Her insights integrate clinical rigor with holistic, humane approaches to wellness. Let's give it up for Dr. Dorothy Diching Bing Agsaway. Magandang hapon po.
Hello, good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon.
Magandang hapon. Good day to everyone, to all the attendees and listener in the Zoom. Thank you, Dr. Sandy Del Fuente and Dr. Romel Gonzalez for a comprehensive overview of responsible human resource stewardship.
Ma'am, sorry po. Ma'am, interrupt
Yes.
ko lang po kayo. Yung presentation view po yung naka-share currently.
Hello. Again, good afternoon to everyone. Thank you again for this opportunity to give my reaction. Thank you to Dr. Sandy De La Fuente and Dr. Romel Gonzalez, sorry, for that comprehensive overview of a responsible human resource stewardship. For my reaction, I'd like to share and discuss the topic on sustaining people and purpose in the Department of Rehabilitation Medicine, UP College of Medicine as clinical department. As sustaining people and purpose in the department is crucial for maintaining organizational well-being. Okay. Being a vice chair for service for over a decade now, and now as a chairperson of the Department of Rehabilitation Medicine, I've had the privilege and challenge of trying to embody responsible stewardship for our residents in training, faculty, and allied health professionals and support staff in practical ways. What does it actually look like to sustain both people and purpose in our department, where demands are high and and resources are finite. I'd like to share 3 observations and practices from our department's journey where we've tried to align our organizational structures with the very rehabilitation principles we teach. So presenting the Department of Rehabilitation Medicine bundle of care, where stewardship can be done through structured mentoring for career development, 2, fostering work-life balance for resilience building, and 3, sharing experiences in clinical setting and beyond for community building. For career development, the department, in collaboration with UP College of Medicine, conducts a monthly engagement. In each occasion, a rehabilitation medicine consultant in performing arts medicine guides our resident trainee that goes beyond mere advice, but also offering vital blend of support, knowledge, and skill development. The consultant would also mentor trainees in anticipating challenges when faced with various performing arts conditions, refining goal setting, and providing strategies. The department, in collaboration with the Department of Anatomy, regularly conducts workshops in wet simulation laboratory where consultant mentor our trainees in skills development, investing, investing and considering their potential growth in guided interventional procedures. The department has supported an event in the collaboration with Department of Anatomy to also showcase and highlight our young consultants' talent in chosen subspecialty while mentoring residents trainees. From career development, we shift this time to career investment for our young consultants, where each faculty meeting sets the stage for mentoring of senior consultants to junior consultant for the purpose of succession. Career investment is also observed through mentoring our 7 division chiefs and administrative officers during strategic planning, preparing each unit for future succession. Moving on, in the aspect of work-life balance of faculty and residents, protected time is observed. In this regard, faculty and residents have opportunity to attend off-site continuing medical education coupled with rest and recreation. This fosters bonding and resilience among rehab doctors, avoiding burnout that comes with the demand of the work setting. Advocating work-life balance among members of the rehab team can be observed as well through changing roles. During our annual or special event of the department, one can be assigned as organizer, moderator, invited, and or workshop facilitator, hence learning the ropes and adapting to the assigned role for the event. In another engagement, everyone was a student in a workshop, learning the techniques in dismantling and remaking of another toy car with special feature to be given to pediatric population with special needs. This activity was different from what was considered a routine, where attending an innovative continuing medical education or continuing education can be exemplified as a form of work-life balance for our team members for resilience building. Last example of work-life balance was when we had dance lessons and performance with rehab med team members. In this way, compassion fatigue moving to the last human resource stewardship practice is for building community. So shared experiences of faculty, residents, and staff in the clinical setting is done for community building. So rehab team members usually meet for an interesting case discussion where each member from different discipline provides insights, emphasizing a multi or interdisciplinary care, where each member from different disciplines provides insights, emphasizing a team approach and a team approach rehab care. On the other hand, while conducting out-of-town rehab related conferences. This expands our community diversity through networking in the spirit of collaboration. Building community can be also through shared experiences among our different members of the department, which is promoted during a recently concluded postgraduate conference, joined by our faculty lead and residents with staff wearing different hats while working together. We also have community building during non-clinical events, such as team building, attended by our former chair, together with residents and allied health professionals and support staff. Other departmental activities such as Halloween party and movie night foster camaraderie among members of the different and to end, sustaining people and purpose in a clinical department requires a delicate balance of human resource stewardship and organizational harmony. Yes, providing avenues for growth with shared strength and collective purpose. And home is where our heart is. Thank you for your attention.
Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Dorothy, for braiding together the psychological and the rehabilitative dimensions din po of sustaining, especially in the experience of rehab medicine. So, hindi lang talaga clinical care po yung important, but the community of practice. Now, as we end our session for today, to close our program, may we call on Dr. Mabel Pineda Leonardia, Vice Chair for Postgraduate Training for the Department of Emergency Medicine, for the closing remarks. Magandang hapon po.
Good afternoon, magandang hapon sa lahat. Thank you for inviting us, our department, to be an active participant for this webinar. To close, medicine is ultimately about its people. And I learned that from Dr. Gonzalez as he emphasized that we are the greatest asset of the UP College of Medicine. Stewardship of this most important resource will ensure that UPCM produces its 6-star physician faculty, competent doctors, and a healthy Filipino community despite the country's several crises. This was ably emphasized through the talk of Dr. De La Fuente and Dr. Gonzalez. At this ancient time of infinite sources of life stressors and complex hospital systems as a workplace, self-resilience is valuable, but regretfully, as Dr. Gonzalez mentioned, no longer enough to overcome challenges as a physician. As what I also learned today, doctors should move as a community of healers because it still takes a village to achieve the UPCM vision in evolving Philippine healthcare. Dr. De La Fuente reminded us the UPCM vision, a community of scholars with a heightened social consciousness. And with this, I thank UPCM and PGH for embedding programs that live the cultural memory of resilience across all levels of its human resource, from the students, teachers, clinicians, and researchers. We know now the interplay of the mentoring programs, the integrated faculty development program, the hospital benefits, recognitions, scholarships, alumni engagement, and the celebration of service. They all promote the well-being of the UPCM community. With this, I want to invite everyone to team up and collaborate with every physician next to you. And this is what we do with emergency medicine. It does not, it will never be enough to be an individual taking care of a patient, but a collaboration of all departments. because we in UPCM are all in promotion of health and wellness together. We should never feel alone when we learn and care about our patients, because this is when the physician resource is most effective, when we heal as a team. Let's develop healers together. Let us care for each other the way our alma mater envisions us to do. So, in behalf of this quarter's host departments, our speakers, Dr. De La Fuente, Dr. Gonzalez, our reactor, Dr. Agsaway, and our moderator, Dr. Javier. This is Mabel Leonardia from the Department of Emergency Medicine, wishing everyone a lifelong learning and promotion of health, of human stewardship among our physicians. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po, Dr. LaGuardia. Dr. Leonardia, ang next part na lang po ay ating presentation of certificates to our distinguished speakers and reactor. So, I will just read the content of the certificate. Yan. Presenting. This certificate reads, Certificate of Appreciation is given to Dr. Evangeline B. De La Fuente for delivering her presentation as a speaker on Sustaining People and Purpose at the UP College of Medicine as part of the 120th Foundation Year webinar series Pamana, 120 taon ng agham, kalinangan at pagdamay, given this 25th of November, signed by Dean Charlotte Chong. The next, palakpakan po natin si Dr. De La Fuente. Maraming salamat po. The next certificate is awarded to Dr. Romel V. Gonzalez for delivering his presentation as a speaker on Sustaining People and Purpose at the UP College of Medicine. The last certificate of appreciation is given to, ayan po, sige po, next slide po, to Dr. Dorothy D. Chingbing Agsaway for delivering her presentation as a reactor on Sustaining People and Purpose of the UP College of Medicine as part of the 120th Foundation Year webinar series, Pamana 120 taon ng agham, kalinangan at pagdamay, given this 25th of November 2025, signed by Dean Charlotte Chong. Ayan. Siguro po isang collective picture lang din po, bilang collective po ang pag-sustain ng people and purpose. Ang nag-request lang din po to turn on our cameras for a group picture. Yan. Sabi na lang po ko okay na yan. Ayan. Ayan. Okay. Thank you very much po sa lahat ng umattend, to our faculty, to our mentors, to our speakers and reactor, as well as all the involved, lahat ng nasa behind the scenes, especially our chief residents din ng mga departments. And this event has been brought to you by the UPCM PGH Departments of Emergency Medicine, Family and Community Medicine, Psychiatry and Behavioral Medicine, and Rehabilitation Medicine. Unfortunately, we are running out of time and we have no time to answer comments or questions right now. Napakalaman po talaga ng discussion, and hopefully simula pa lang ito ng marami pang magiging discussions pa on resilience, community, as well as fostering and sustaining people and purpose sa college at sa university in general. Magandang tanghali po ulit sa lahat. Ako po si Dr. Leonard Javier from the Department of Family and Community Medicine. I have been your moderator for this afternoon session. Sana po we continue building a compassionate, resilient, and community-rooted UP College of Medicine. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
Thank you very much, Leonard.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Romel.